There has been a nuclear accident in the Soviet Union, and the Soviets have admitted that it happened. The Soviet version is this. One of the atomic reactors at the Chernobyl atomic power plant near the city of Kiev was damaged, and there is speculation in Moscow that people were injured and may have died.
That Soviet nuclear accident in the Ukraine created fallout today in Chicago. Not radiation, not that kind of fallout. This was a purely economic reaction.
The Chernobyl disaster, one of the most devastating nuclear accidents in history, occurred on April 26, 1986, at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant located near the town of Pripyat in the Ukrainian Cesar of the Soviet Union. The story of the Chernobyl disaster is a tale of human error, design flaws, and the tragic consequences that unfolded in its aftermath. At the time, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant consisted of 4 reactors, with reactor 4 being the one involved in the disaster. On that fateful night, a safety test was scheduled to be conducted to simulate a power outage scenario. The objective was to assess the reactor's ability to maintain safety systems until backup power was restored. However, a combination of technical and human errors led to a catastrophic chain of events. During the test, the operators made critical mistakes. They lowered the power output too much, causing the reactor to become unstable. Attempts to raise the power backfired, resulting in a dangerous power surge. Reactor 4's core overheated rapidly, leading to a steam explosion that blew off the reactor's cover and exposed the core to the atmosphere. The explosion released a massive amount of radioactive materials into the air. A plume of smoke and debris containing radioactive isotopes spread across vast areas, contaminating the environment and affecting the lives of millions of people. The nearby town of Pripyat, with a population of around 50,000, was evacuated the following day. The impact of the disaster extended far beyond Ukraine, affecting neighboring countries and even reaching parts of Europe. Emergency responders and workers bravely fought to control the fires and mitigate the damage. However, many of them were exposed to dangerously high levels of radiation, resulting in acute radiation sickness and, in some cases, death. The initial explosion and the subsequent release of radioactive materials had both immediate and long-term health consequences for the affected population. The Soviet government initially downplayed the severity of the accident, causing delays in informing the international community and implementing proper measures to protect people. Eventually, a massive containment structure, known as the Chernobyl shelter or sarcophagus, was hastily constructed to cover the damaged reactor. Later, the new safe confinement structure was built to enclose the sarcophagus and provide additional protection. The long-term effects of the Chernobyl disaster are still felt today. The release of radioactive materials has led to an increased incidence of cancers, birth defects, and other radiation-related illnesses among the exposed population. The area surrounding the Chernobyl nuclear power plant remains an exclusion zone, restricted to human habitation due to high levels of radiation. The Chernobyl disaster served as a wake-up call to the world, highlighting the critical importance of nuclear safety. It led to significant changes in nuclear regulations and safety protocols worldwide. The lessons learned from this tragic event continue to shape the way nuclear energy is harnessed and the precautions taken to prevent similar disasters in the future. The story of Chernobyl stands as a reminder of the immense power and potential dangers associated with nuclear technology.